Welcome to Desai Academy of Class 8th, Chapter number 2, Microorganisms, Friends and Foeing. So, in our previous video, we discussed that about a vaccination, right? How it will helps in the preventing the some kind of diseases, how it will works and how it will be kills disease causing microorganisms. So next we will discussing about that how bacteria is helping in the increment of soil fertility. So you want videos of this chapter means okay, search in our playlist, you will get all the videos of this chapter. Okay, next we will discussing about how these microorganisms are helping to increase the soil fertility. Some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich the soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility. You already know that. So soil require or the soil requirement is what majorly nitrogen, correct? Nitrogen is not present in the soil, it is present in the atmosphere. So the soil must contain nitrogen means the soil must require the nitrogen for the growth of the plant, but it is not available in the soil, but it is abundant in the water atmosphere. So that should be converted from the atmosphere to the soil, so that are done by the some microorganisms. So that is why these microorganisms are called as what, a biological nitrogen fixer. Why it is called as means basically these type of microorganisms observing the nitrogen from the atmosphere and they giving to the soil, and the soil is increasing its fertility due to the water nitrogen. So that these microorganisms are called as what, biological nitrogen fixers, right? So examples we can give. So here the picture is tells about these blue green algae or a cyanobacteria are what, examples of fixing nitrogen from the atmosphere to the soil. Okay, these what are these fixing nitrogen microorganism means basically they will do convert the nitrogen from the atmosphere to the soil. This is the main thing done by the what, microorganisms of nitrogen fixers. Okay, this is the simple meaning. Okay, next also not only they'll increase the soil fertility, they also clean the environment. It also cleans the our environment. How means we'll discuss here. Bojo and Paheli had observed the school gardener making manure. Okay, we already know that what is the meaning of manure and fertilizer, correct? And why the farmers are using manure. We already discussed it in the first chapter. Along with their friends, they collected wastes of plants, vegetables, and fruits from the nearby houses and gardens. Okay, so mainly the manure is prepared from the water, wastes of water, plant, vegetables, fruits, and nearby houses they will collect and they will form what, manure. That is why it is called as what, natural. So it is not same as a chemical fertilizers. It is a freshly prepared from the waste of organic matter. They put them in a pit mean of for waste disposal. Whatever the waste produced from the house and gardens, they will deep in a small pit for several days. After some time it decomposes and got converted into manure. Whatever the waste we are collected like vegetables, fruits, plant waste, we are digging the earth and we are what, immersing in it. After some days, so it will decomposes and converted into water manure. How they will converted means by the help of water, that microorganisms are converting into complex substance into water, smaller substance, right? So do you find any difference in the content of the two pots? Okay, what is this again? this activity is there. Okay, take two pots and fill each pot half with the soil. You have to take two pot and half filled with the soil in them. Mark them A and B. Put plant waste into a pot A and think like polythene bags, empty glass bottles and broken plastic in toys in pot B. Put the pots weeks aside, observe them after 3 weeks. Okay, so we have taken here pot A and pot B, correct? So in pot we are added all plant waste, vegetable and fruits, but we are added in the plant B as a plastic bottles, again polythene bags, broken plastic toys. So in which case they are decomposes, means we can easily say that pot A will decomposes very easily and pot B will not decomposes, because all are of what, glasses, water bottle of plastics, say they will not decomposed by the microorganisms. They are decomposed very easily of what, is what, fruits, vegetables, they can easily make the what, compost, or they can convert very simpler substance. Do you find any difference in the content of the two pots? As we can find the difference between the two pots, one is completely decomposes, another B will not decomposes and A will decomposes. So if so, what is the difference? You will find that plant waste in pot A has been decomposed, correct? Pot A will decomposes completely because it contain plant waste, vegetable waste, fruit waste, but in the case of B contain all plastic, polythene bag, they will not decomposed by the microorganisms, correct? The plant waste has been converted into manure by the action of microbes. The microbes will convert the all plant waste, animal waste, vegetable waste, converted into manure by the help of what, microbes, right? The nutrients released in this process can be used by plant growth. Okay, whatever the waste produced from the home or a domestic, they will be decomposed by microorganisms, and that produced nutrients are help for the growth of the plants. You already learnt in the what about manure in first chapter, correct? Same thing will repeating here in this chapter. Do you notice? Okay, next we will talk about the pot B, why they are not decomposed, right? Do you notice that in the pot B the polythene bag is there, correct? Empty glasses, bottles and broken part did not undergo any such change, because the microorganisms does not have any capacity to decompose like polythene bags, empty glasses, bottles, and broken toy parts. It is not decomposed by the microorganisms. The microbes could not act on them and they convert them into manure. So they does not have capacity or ability to convert them into manure, because they are not easily broken down. They are what, a non-biodegradable substance, which are plastic, polythene bag, plastic bottles. These are what, non-biodegradable, means they will not decomposed by the microorganisms. You often see large amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals in the ground. Okay, so variety of large amount of dead organism we can see on earth, correct? So variety of animals will die on the earth and some plants waste will be present on the earth. After 2-3 days they will disappear from the earth. Where they are going or where they are gone means they are not disappeared, means they are not disappeared, actually they are disappeared, but how, because of what, the microorganisms decomposed them and converted into manure. So that is why they are what, disappeared. You will find that okay, what we is after the death of some organisms or plants, they will fell on the ground, correct? Fell on the earth. After 2-3 days we will not observe them, because they are decomposed by what, microorganisms. you find that they are disappear after some time. Why? This is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simpler substance. Okay, for example, human body, animal body, plant waste, they are dead means they will fall on the outer, fall on the earth surface. They will decomposed by the microorganisms. The complex substance of animals and plants are converted into simpler substance by what? Microorganisms. That will help in the growth of plants. Again, the plants will give the food to the animals, and that will again it will recycles. Okay, how it is important to us of microorganisms. These substances are again used by the other plants and animals. Okay, whenever the animals and plants are died, so their body will be decomposed in the earth crust. Again, they will gives the nutrients to the soil, and that soil again uses the nutrients again to grow the plants. Again, that plants are eaten by the some kind of animals. After those animals again will they die, they will decompose it in the soil, and they pass us a nutrient. So this cycle will continuous. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean the up environment. Okay, another major important of a microorganism, especially in environment, they degrade the harmful substance. Degrade means they will decompose us completely, which are harmful to the environment. And what? Smelly substance. Smelly substance means what? Unpleasant smell, pungent smell, whichever the substance gives unpleasant smell, harmful to the environment, they are completely cleaned by the what? Microorganisms. Right, understood? These are the what? Uses of microorganisms in environment. So until these all microorganisms are helping us, but some microorganisms are there, they can are very dangerous to the human beings and animals. In our next video we will discussing about that only. So how microorganisms are dangerous or harmful to us. Before that we discussed that how they are friend to us, but now we'll discussing about how they are foe to us, so harmful to us or enemy to us. So in our next videos, for next videos, stay tuned with our channel Desai Academy, and also we'll see the videos of this chapter. Search in our playlist, you'll get all types of videos of class 8th, class 9th and class 10th. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel.